Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys My Hero Academia episode 16, my rewatch series. If you want to know more about the rewatch series, I say this every time, but check out the first episode of the first season. I do a big talk about what the rewatch series is and how it works. So if you don't know about it, you should go check that out, so that way you're not confused as to what's going on throughout the episode and why I'm talking so much and not reading the subtitles as much and really reacting. But anyway, this is full length. So you guys need the source footage yourself. And I will have a timer in the corner, that corner. And you guys can sync your footage along with me. I'm watching it subtitled if you want to watch it in the same format as me. But since we're syncing and you guys aren't going to hear any of the show's audio in this video, you guys could technically watch dubbed if you want. But yeah, so last episode we started the sports festival and we had whatchamacallit. We had a lot of focus on Todoroki, which, I mean, since it's a rewatch series, I know what happens during the series, but it's definitely cool seeing more of him since he only had like a few scenes in the first series that we really got to see. In the first season. But yeah, now we get to see how Midoriya gets past these robots and stuff. So let's just hop into the episode, shall we? I don't really need to make any predictions because I know what happens. So we should just get into it. Alright, so we are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, Superhuman Society. Becoming a hero. I wonder. I wonder how many people, if you had a quirk where you could do villainous things, like you could get all the money you wanted, and get away with it, would you do it? Like, let's say you could erase your entire presence and walk through walls and stuff. Would you walk into banks and steal money and get away with it? Or something like that? If there was like no way to get traced back to you, um how many people would do that, or would they find that as like a moral, like something that goes against their like moral compass kind of thing? Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I would do it or not, because like the temptation of having like, you could rob like one bank every like 10 years and live a comfortable life, probably, depending on how much you're able to carry out. But that would also mean your ability would have to extend to passing other items through walls and stuff. But regardless of the mechanics, if you could like steal money and get away with it, like I wonder how many people would. But I've always been one that like, I don't enjoy working even when it's doing something that I love, so um like, I mean, unless it was like these reactions and like these different like YouTube videos were my job, that would be something I love, I guess. But even like, I work in IT, and that's like the closest thing to what I could enjoy. My stupid phone activated Bigsby, what the hell? Um but I still don't like go into work every day being like, oh, I can't wait to get in here. Anyway, let's talk about the show. I just noticed he's like flailing his arms around, and I didn't even notice that I saw a ducked before. That's great. I think I was reading the subtitles when that happened, like the first time, and since I kind of know what happens, since it's a kind of recap ish, I didn't I wasn't really reading it, since it all happened last episode, that I just watched literally a minute ago. A few minutes ago. Such a cool effect. It must be so nice because, like, once you animate something like that, you can just reuse it. Unless it's, like, really old and they need to update the animation, but... Said it last episode, but running away from explosions makes anyone look badass, except for maybe Mineta. I'm just kidding. I wonder what the clown guy's quirk is. It's interesting. I want to know. Hardening. That's pretty. That's a pretty cool quirk, even though it isn't flashy like he says. It's really pretty cool. I think I'd rather hardening than steel. But I don't know. I don't really know the difference. Like, their quirks are super similar. Ugh. Weird alien arm. I love how Bakugo just flies for, like, the first time. Like, we see him experimenting with using his, like, hands to boost him and stuff, but... it's pretty cool. Tape. Like how it says a tape-like material. So it's not actually tape. It's interesting. Yeah. They learn not to hesitate, and I love that little speech that Aizawa gives. It's great. Yeah. I love this so much. Yeah. The music is so good, it makes anything so epic. God. I wonder if that would really work. Like, if using its momentum against it like that, without any kind of, like, enhanced strength, just like his normal, like, kid strength. And granted, he's strong from all that work he did on the beach, but that's still smashing metal with, like, a blunt object, essentially. Frickin' Momo. Making a goddamn cannon. So crazy. Hmm. Don't give up on him yet, All Might. So many kids. I'm pretty sure, unless that was just like a dirty track that they were running on, you could see them all spread out along the track, and there was so many of them. I thought Sue was so confident. Like, it's still like she's going pretty quick, a lot faster than someone trying to like balance and walk across them like a tightrope kind of situation, like from a circus. But I still thought she would go a little bit faster than that. Oh, Hatsume Mei. I love her so much. She's probably one of my favorite, like, side characters, but we just don't see her that much. But she is fantastic. Freaking crazy chick. That's some misplaced equality, is that what she just said? As I was getting into it a little bit. I like how he had the opinion of us. They're just like sitting there watching Hatsume Mei like explain stuff and go, and watching people go one at a time. He's just like, "Why'd you guys stop?" Yeah, that's gonna stink for Ida. Like, you'd think he'd be like the first place person, but he's at like a big disadvantage with it not just being like a straight shot. You know, it's not just like a foot race. There's so many things built to like slow down someone with a speed type quirk. Izuku. Danger Minds. Imagine if there are real landmines, with limbs flying everywhere. It's like, oh shit, we put the wrong ones in the ground. Yep. Now for Bakugo, he can just fly. Although, I think it's kind of weird that he stops flying here to, like, pick a fight, you know? But I mean, that's such a Bakugo thing to do. But he should just keep blasting himself across the minefield, and he probably would have got first place. Interesting. I love how Ida tries to outrun him. It looks like he kind of fails, though. I know what happens. I thought he was just gonna leave the thing when I first watched this, and I was like, why the hell did he carry it all the way here just to leave it? And then I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Boom. That gets everyone's attention. Oh, I love it so much. Oh my, what? Oh man. And then they show us what he does. It is kind of weird to see him, like, do it instead of flying and then show how he does it, but I guess it's more, like, shock factor for the audience. If they showed us this bit first, we'd just be like, okay, so he's gonna, you know, blast himself. Oh, sorry guys, my eye is, like, watering up. Midoriya is just, like, back there talking to himself, digging up mines. They're just like, what the hell is he doing? I was seeing their reactions. Aw, yeah. Yeah. So good. I love it so much. Just not using his quirk, just like blasting into like first place like that, or for now first place. And then this here. Oh, I love it so much. Oh man, this show's so good. It's so good, and the music is so good. Man, my eye is still watering up. God damn it. Izuku Midoriya! So badass. The mom. She's so adorable. Oh, Shigaraki. Oh, he still got the bandages on from when he was shot, I suppose. So good. Oh man. And I like how he like almost tears up, but like holds it in and like stays badass. It's great. Mm, it kind of is still his weakness a bit, but he aims for the top unless he sees, like, Midori aims for the top unless he sees someone that he can help along the way, and then I think he'd put that on hold for someone. Sorry, my freaking eye. I don't know why it's watering up so much right now. Freaking business business course. That hairstyle is ridiculous. Although, wouldn't the business course be as much as, like, general studies be sort of, like, not, like, no benefit to participating in a way? I don't know. Damn, Bakugo. I never really, like... I don't remember if I put it together, but that whole... He's having, like, the same reaction as when he beat him in the first season when they fought. And Midoriya didn't actually beat him, but managed to pass, like, the little test. Like, I guess in a way beat him, but didn't actually, like, knock him out in, like, a one-on-one fight, you know? But managed to beat him twice, and Bakugo there was just freaking out a little bit. Frickin' Mineta. That's so mean. Bakugo's face. I love the song. I love the music of the show so much. I wonder what that, like, dark, like, black faced person. I don't mean that in, like, a racist way. He actually has a black face. I wonder what his quirk is. Bakugo. Calm down. Freaking Midnight. You calm down too. You freaking sadist. I love this as a test, but I was so confused when they first explained it. Like, now that I've seen it, I understand how the game works, you know? But them, like, explaining the rules is kind of hard because I think in the next episode they explain it a little better, but in here they basically say it works just like a cavalry battle. Like, well, us in the US don't have those, or at least my schools never had anything like that, but apparently it's a normal Japanese thing, I think, so. Yeah. 5 points up for the bottom. Except for first place. 10 million. His face. I've always loved the symbolism of this. It's so good. So I'm not gonna point any names or anything, but there have been other reactors that I have watched to that episode, and the next one when they talk about the 10 million point thing, and they don't seem to understand, like, the meaning behind it. Which, I mean, I don't always understand the meaning behind stuff, so I can't blame them. But I definitely understand this one, especially because he tells us too. He says, "Is this how it feels to be at the top, All Might?" And that, sorry, I'm, like, hiccuping and burping. God damn it. But that's what it feels like to be at the top, and, like, I think that's such a good lesson to teach someone, because you might be striving for the top, but you don't realize what it's like, to have all of that pressure with everybody coming at you, because the thing is, if you just had the most points by 5 more than the other person, it wouldn't be as much pressure, you know? But having everybody coming after you, that's essentially what it's like to be All Might, being the symbol of peace and, like, the number one hero. this is like what he's under the whole time, and from Midoriya to feel that being All Might's protege, it's such a powerful thing. I don't know. I really love like that aspect that they did that. Alright, I'm ending the video here at that preview. But yeah, it's just the symbolism's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. That whole episode was so good with Midoriya's plan. Without using his quirk, he managed to blast ahead using a pile of mines and stuff. He managed to use his stamina and stuff that he built up to get to that point too, because he had to make it all the way to that point without using his quirk. Which means, did you guys see how big that gap was? He had that metal thing on his back, and he was holding onto the bottom, climbing around like that. I couldn't even hold on to it like that. I would fall. I am way too fat. But, like, I wonder if they have something at the bottom to save people that might fall. Interesting. Or if they have, like, someone that saves them somehow with their quirk, like some of the teachers or something. But the, like, he had so much stamina to be able to run that whole race without using a quirk and still be close enough to be able to dig up those mines and make a pile and still make it to first place, you know? It's pretty impressive. But yeah, that whole... I like how the previous episode was focused a lot on Todoroki's abilities and showing off and stuff, and this one was Midoriya showing off and everything. And it kind of prepares for what comes next, too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's such a good episode. Sorry I didn't do a lot of discussing, because there was a lot of, like, action stuff that I didn't really have much to say. I usually try to talk a lot in these, and kind of have, like, you know, when different topics are brought up, or different scenes, I usually try to, like, discuss how people are feeling and stuff, but a lot of it was just action-y kind of stuff moving through. Towards the end, I had more stuff to talk about, but yeah. So if you're wondering why I didn't talk as much throughout this one as I did in the previous ones, that's why. Just not as much to discuss, but yeah. I still try to do my best. But yeah, anyway, that's all I really gotta say about this one. It's a very good episode. I enjoyed it. Even rewatching it, I enjoyed it. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys check out my normal reactions. I say this at the end of every video, but those are definitely where my channel shines, I believe. But this is here in case people want to see me kind of get an idea of my opinions on the show, because if I just started halfway into season 3, people would be like, well, who's this guy starting so late and, like, halfway through a season? I don't know. I just want to be able to reference, like, back and be like, if you guys want to check out my rewatch series whenever I start doing, like, the reactions for My Hero and stuff. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite show, I think, that I've ever watched. Honestly, there have been a lot of good ones in the past, but I think this one definitely takes the cake. So that's, like, one of the biggest reasons I want the rewatch up on my channel and everything. But yeah, check out my normal reactions. I upload those on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. At the moment, I'm doing Fairy Tail's final season, Boruto, which I'm not caught up on, but I'm working on it, and Reincarnated as a Slime. And then I'm also working on a list of what to replace when I finish one of them. Unfortunately, I started Fairy Tail without realizing it was going to be so long. Like, I knew it had a decent amount of episodes out, but I figured it was going to be like a 2-core kind of thing to wrap up the season. But then I thought about it, this could be like hundreds of episodes, but hopefully, like, I don't want Fairy Tail to end, but I have 2 long-running series going on my channel right now, and I kind of, like, didn't plan that out too well, and it kind of stinks. I would have preferred having, like, Boruto going as a long-running, and then having two shorter ones that I can interchange like different things going. But right now I have two long running, and then one short series going. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Also, check out my Patreon if you just want to support the channel, get some benefits in the meantime. Have some of this full length that you saw here is how I do all my full length on my Patreon. So if you like this setup and you want it for my reactions and not just these rewatch series, you can check that out as well. That's on my Patreon. But yeah, link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!